Welcome back to Ox Tools. I'm Tom. So this is the next Meatloaf installment, and we got a few things to do in this one. The Gingery lathe castings that I was doing a little work on. Chris Anderson let me know that there was a couple of other things that he wanted me to do to the casting, so we'll show a little bit of that. There was some interesting machining on a couple of those pieces. Then the other thing we got on this one is I got a bunch of tools to show. The post office and UPS guy was a busy guy last week. I got a bunch of stuff delivered here, and we're going to go through it. And some of the viewers sent stuff in. I got a couple things myself. So we got a bunch of tools to look at, and let's see what else. Probably going to throw a few pins up. I've been lagging on that. And I apologize ahead of time because the pins are a fair amount of effort, and I haven't been keeping up on it real good. So I apologize to all those people that are waiting for their pin. We got some good ones to put up, and I'll try to stay on top of that. So anyway, let's suit up and let's look at some tools, huh? Well, I missed a trick on this. I had mentioned in the other video that I didn't feel like machining that, but it turns out that it does get machined. So we're gonna skim this surface here, and then we're gonna add a 3/16 tapped hole. There's not a lot of meat there, so we got to be a little bit careful where we put those. I don't really want them. Wow. Okay, I gotta look at the book. But let's get it clamped down first. So we're gonna use part of the mini pallet system here, and what I'm gonna do is I've already machined this inside bit here, so I've got a nice datum here. It's nice and straight. But you know, how do I get at that? Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put a little internal stop, which is gonna be these kind of low head screws here, and so those are gonna, oops, make sure my big old fat hand's not in the way. So those are gonna be our stop. So now I'm square with the world there, like so. And then I'm just gonna use a couple of cant twists here. And I'm pushing it up against those screws. I'm just gonna lock it down. I'm done. So, you know, if you haven't tried it, you know, having an overhang like this is a real simple way to hold a lot of weird little parts like this, okay? So these two, you know, I can do anything I want to this now, and it's down hard on there, nice, okay? So what I'll do is I'll come through with a face mill, I'm gonna skim that off, and then I'm gonna drill and tap a couple of holes in that, and da-de-da-de-da. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of layout on this casting here for the two threaded holes, and you know there's nothing particularly straight on this that we have to work with. So what the drawing calls out for is a hole 5/8 from this edge and 5/8 from this edge on both corners. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put it up against this square here, this square block, and we're just going to scribe it so we have some locations. And then this will just kind of average that whole distance there, and it'll average that whole distance there, and it'll average that whole distance there. And so we'll get a decent layout there. All right. 625 thousandths, okay? Don't get too carried away. Okay, so there's our little hole locations. Okay, we're just going to pick up our scribe lines with a little pointer here, which is going to be fine for this casting here. Yep, that looks pretty good. And let's just go ahead and, just for workmanlike practice, let's see if this is nice and even over here. It's off a little bit. I'll probably go with, as opposed to the scribe line, I'll probably go with my y-axis movement since I'm squared on my pins underneath. And that puts these perpendicular to that internal way surface there. And it's looking at the DRO, it's a silly number here. It doesn't make any sense, but we'll just go with it. All right, I decided to go all the way through and just go all the way through. The hole wasn't going to be very deep. This allows him to screw his stud in there and then dress it off so that it's flush with those internal surfaces kind of after the fact. So we would be replacing that material with his tool post stud, if that makes sense. All right, so we're just hand tapping it so we got good control. And I just have the machine in neutral right now. Okay. Good. There we go. Well, at least we get to keep the math the same here. He's on the Gold Coast in Australia. This is Prince Batswater. This is Chris, and he's right in here somewhere. So we're just going to stick one in there for Chris. He's interested in Mr. Pete and Double Boost and Keith Fenner. So anyway, thanks Chris. Thanks for the shout out there. All right. Okay. Actually, we did pretty good in this round. The next one is a new machinist, and he is on Vancouver Island, British Columbia. He's complaining about no machinery there. Well, you're not too far from Seattle, so if you drive down to Seattle, I'm sure you can find stuff. That can't be that far. It looks like a 2-hour drive to me or less. So anyway, but that's right, you're going across the border, so that might be a problem, huh? Hauling machines back. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, good luck finding some machines up there. That's Rod in Vancouver Island. All right. Actually, I got quite a few of the world and European ones. So the next one, okay, this is a good location here, somewhere we haven't seen before. So this is Dermot Kelly, and he's a British expat living in Thailand, and he calls himself D. And let's see, I'm looking to buy a new lathe to do model engineering, bench lathe, too much for shipping, yeah. So, I don't know, there's all kinds of options. You just got to look at what's in your area. Okay, so he's in Thailand, and he doesn't say where. So we'll just go here near the capital there, Bangkok. All right, thanks, Dermot. Appreciate the comment. Okay, and then the next one is in the same neighborhood there. So we've got Mukhtar Ahmed, and he's in India, okay, and he doesn't say where in India, but he has a little shop somewhere. Let's go near Bombay here, and I don't think he says where. I own a small workshop in India. He is doing some some very difficult slots in stainless steel bars with sharp corners. So he was interested in the broaching and how you might do sharp corners in stainless like that. Anyway, I sent him some ideas, and hopefully they were helpful. Don't know. Anyway, thanks, Mukhtar, and thanks for the shout out. And he's our first guy in India. Okay. All right, and then the next guy. Oh, so yeah, this is a good one. I like this one here. So he's in Finland, and this is Hika. He doesn't say his real name there, but what he does tell me is in Finland, oxenus, it means vomit, which I got a kick. I got a good laugh out of that. So my YouTube channel means vomit. So in Finnish. So let's see. Wait a second. Oh yeah. You know what? We're gonna jump back to this map because it shows Finland better. Yeah, I'm not liking this map jumping around. Now we have a couple guys in Finland. He doesn't say where, so we're just gonna jam one in there. Thanks, Kika. Vomit. That's pretty good. All right. And okay, then we got another guy in France, and this is Thomas Grillon, yeah. I follow you all the same. Keith Fenner, E-Bomb 79. Oh, he's a woodworker, and he's learning how to use a milling machine and lathes now. So okay, so he's in France. Does not say where, so we're just gonna spread out a little bit, make it easy on me. Okay. All right. Next guy is Andres, and he's in Hungary. And let's see, does he say where in Hungary? No, he doesn't. So, yeah, he doesn't really say. He has some machines. Yeah. Oh, he wants to know about drill grinding. That's what it was. Yeah. So it's in Hungary, and maybe there's a some kind of do-it-yourself fixture or something like that we could make to do drill grinding. So I've been thinking about that one a little bit because there's some possibilities there. So all right, so let's check him off. All right, so okay, we got another Australian here, and yeah, let's just jump back. Yeah. Old here. All right, so this is these handles. Some of these handles, I'm like, okay, there's got to be a meaning down there. So this is Eric. His handle is Midgoog 2, whatever that is. Okay, I have no idea. I don't know what that means. He likes Keith Fenner, Double Boost, Mr. Pete, and he says, cheers from Eric down under. All right, Eric. Well, guess what, Eric? We're putting you out in the desert here with the other guys, since you didn't tell us a city. So, all right. All right, then we got Riller 70. This is Rickard Anderson, and he's in Sweden, a town called Hallstahammar. Back to Europe. This is I'm getting a lot of frequent flyer miles here. All right, so he's in, which was what, north of Stockholm, a little bit. These pins are covering up the, I think Stockholm's right there, isn't it? Oh crap, I can't even see. Oh, there's Stockholm through. All right, so east and north of Stockholm. All right, well, we're gonna go right there. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so that's for Rickard Anderson. Thanks for the comment. So he's a new beginner at the craft, a medium-sized lathe and a small mill so far. I've been following your vids of different projects for a while, and all I can say is I wish you were my teacher. Well, I kind of am, so just keep watching, and hopefully I can help out. So, yep, and you do get a pin. All right. Okay, Buck Creekman, and he likes Gilbo's snips just like me, and just like Gilbo's, he was made in England too. And we're gonna spread him out. You're gonna go in Nottingham since you didn't tell me where you were. So no name either. So Buck Creekman 1 is his handle. All right. Oh, did I get that right? Yeah, I did the hungry. Okay. Okay, so next guy here, this is Gligar Dan Alexander, and he is in Romania. And okay, so yeah, I don't see his town, which is Alba Luia. And I put a little note on here. It's just left of center. So we're gonna stick him right about there. Just left of center. Let's do that. Okay. And he bought a Craftsman 6-inch lathe from Germany, which he kept in the house, and then he found a slightly larger one, a Romanian model, and then he set up his small workshop. He found another tool, a Romanian model. Another lathe, okay. And then he got a column drill milling machine FU32, had no knowledge of field. Anyway, he's put up some pictures too. That's Danu Al, that's his handle. And he's been a busy guy. All right. Okay, back to Canada. Okay, back to Canada. Alright, and so we got Antonio Ciza in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Winnipeg, I don't know where, you know what, I didn't look up where oh wow, cool. That's cool. I dropped the pin, and the pin went dink and landed like that in one of my blocks. Pretty cool. Okay, so Antonio Ciza, he's in Windsor, Ontario, Canada, which is a pretty big place. All right. Well, I didn't look it up, sorry, so I'm going to go near Winnipeg. All right. All right, thanks, Antonio. All right, so we jump back to Germany. We're going to jump back to Germany and Italy next. We've got Alexander Weber. He likes Steve McQueen. He thinks Steve McQueen's cool, and he's got a couple of questions here. I'm pretty sure he answered them. And he's in Hamburg, Germany, which is right there. All right, so he gets a pin. Thanks, Alexander. All right. Alex, he calls himself Alex, I guess, too. All right, then the last guy here for this session is Roman, and he's in Verona, Italy. And there's Verona right there. Doink. All right, thanks, Roman. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to show was this is a follow-up on the chuck key that I've made, that I did the hot swaging on. So I went ahead and ordered some of these. One of the viewers wrote in and told me about these square 10mm square sockets made by Snap-on. So they're 10mm square on one side. Oops, just drop it on the floor. 10 millimeter, good thing I got two of them. 10 millimeter square on one side and then 3/8 drive on the other. And they're for removing certain kinds of, where did that go? Anyway, they're for removing certain kinds of oil drain plugs on a particular vehicle. I'm not sure what vehicle it was. Anyway, I called the Snap-on guy at work who services the whole lab, and we get a pretty good discount on Snap-on stuff. So I had the extension, so I ordered the T-handle. I didn't have one of these sliding T-handles like this in 3/8 drive, so I ordered that and two of these sockets. Anyway, this fits that chuck wonderfully. So I have I have a backup. So now I have two chuck keys that I can use, and this one can be a nice short one too. Oops, am I on the right side there? All right, why won't you go in? Hey, what's going on there, Mr. Wizard? Maybe it has. Wow, that's interesting. How do you like that? Well, it goes in the extension fine, right? There's something going on there. Huh, how do you like that? I am in the right side. All right, well, hey, lifetime guarantee. I just, I don't know what's going on. Maybe both of them are new, so they're tight. This goes in here okay, and that goes in there okay. This is one of those wobble extensions too. If you guys haven't seen those, see they're relieved and they're kind of nice. You can get a little bit of misalignment out of them. So anyway, enough of that. These weren't too expensive, so I went ahead and got two of them. Anyway, that's cool. The other thing I wanted to show here, actually, what I want to do is I want to lay this to rest. This is the router bit that did the whole hand wheel. All the radiusing in steel, and it did a lot of steel. In fact, its whole life was steel. And then I ground off the tip, the pilot for the bearing, and I used it some more. So one edge here survived pretty well, and this one finally chipped towards the end here and really kind of gave up the ghost. So this is a predecessor to Grizzly Tools. And I think it was an offshore brand. Anyway, I just want to lay this one to rest and have a moment of silence for this router bit because it's being retired permanently. So anyway, there's that. Okay, so next thing we got is this, and once again another viewer suggested item. I have a bunch of these Garland this is a Garland rawhide mallet handle. Now what I did is made some hardwood faces for this. Okay, now these are ash, and I bought a baseball bat blank from the hardwood place, and then I made some different pucks to go in this Garland hammer. So what's nice about that is this Garland hammer has some mass to it, and you get a wood face, okay, which is nice for certain kinds of operations, where rawhide's a little too soft and metal's a little too hard. So there's situations where you need that. But the problem with the hickory tinner's mallets is even the really big ones are just kind of lightweight, and you don't get a good lick with them. So, and you know what, I apologize because I can't remember who suggested it, but we talked, in the comments a little bit, and I thought it was a great idea, so I went ahead and, now of course these were turned down in the lathe and fully machined wood. Anyway, they look like they're pretty tough, and we'll try them out. My guess is, depending on what you're trying to hit, they may split, but we're going to try them and see how they work. Maybe I'll cut a groove in there and wire those so they don't split as easily. So, but anyway, we're going to try that out. So, anyways, once again, sorry I forgot who suggested that, but I went ahead and did it. I thought it was a great idea. Thank you very much for that. Okay, I'm going to change the camera for the next go around here. Okay, here's the next one, and what this is this is from a viewer here, Rodney Luck, and he's up in Canada, and he watches the videos. He's a subscriber for a long time, and anyway, he sent me a little thank you gift, which I really appreciate. Thank you very much, Rodney. And so let's see. Let's read a little bit here. This is my way of saying thank you for your videos. I've gained a mountain of information and experience from watching them. I didn't know that when building tools which have bolts are removed or adjusted often, if one uses 3/8, it's almost impossible to break using hand tools. Well, that's generally true. I said that in one of the videos, and 3/8 is pretty tough to break for average humans. Martians can sometimes break them. Let's see. Anyway, he's very thankful of the videos, and he's gotten a lot of good information out of them. So anyway, he felt like sending me a little gift, and this is a screwdriver that's made in Canada, and I had showed this one in another video, and it has removable bits here, and you can poke them out. And so he sent me the big Mamaluca brother here. To the small one, and this has got some other bits on it here, and it's there's a square drive. Oh yeah, it's got a really nice magnet in it. Look at that, pow! That makes a satisfying click, and it's nice and long. Let's see, does it come out? No. And what else we got in there? So Phillips flat blade, another square. Looks like it's got a couple square size. Another Phillips small square. Yeah, okay. So this is pretty good. Got some good stuff. Let's load it up with a Phillips, and then you don't lose the bits because you just shove them in to get the next one out. Anyway, I like it. Got a nice grip on it, and this is Pick Quick, made in Canada, and this one is let's see, I forgot what they said. The bits were made in Taiwan, but the body was made in Canada. So this one's 100% made in Canada. It's a nice looking tool. Thanks, Rodney. Appreciate that. Okay, this next one, you guys are really going to like this next one here. This comes from a guy I met on the internet, and he gave me these for testing and comment. And his name's Philip, and he's a local guy around here in the San Francisco Bay Area. Anyway, he ran into a problem while he was working in his shop. He's got an excellent little machine shop over on the peninsula with some CNC equipment, and he designs electronics for a living. So anyway, the problem that he encountered was when using calipers, on the lathe. A lot of times you're in kind of an odd position with the calipers, and it's hard to read the display. So what he did was he said, geez, I want to do something about this, and I might have a product on my hands. And you can go check it out. This is easyreadtools.com, okay? And go scope it out, and he's got a description of some of the stuff that he's doing on there. But anyway, I'm going to demonstrate these and show you how they work. I've been using them for a while, off and on, and it solves a problem that I don't have. Many years ago got used to reading the display in all kinds of awkward positions. So for me, what's more important is having the calipers that I'm used to in my hand. And these are a little different. You can see that he's added a little box under the back here, and I'll show you what that does in just a second here. Now, the reason I want to show you guys this is there's an opportunity here for people, clever people, and I know all of you guys are very, very clever that are watching these videos here. So here's the neat part about this. So it comes with this thing here. Let's see. Let me double check and make sure you guys can see that. Actually, you know what? I should. Oh yeah, let's do that. That'll work. I'll stick something under there. Let's do that. I think that'll work. Okay. Okay, so let's turn them on here. So the calipers are on, okay, you can see that display probably, hopefully. Okay, but what this is, we're going to turn that on. And what that is, it's a remote display that's cordless, okay, and hopefully you can see that. So as I move these, my display changes, okay. So I can put this up, and it's got a magnet on the back. There, you can see it's got a magnet on the back. You can put that up on the machine somewhere, okay? And now you can take your measurements, and you don't have to look at the calipers. You can just look at the remote display. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Well, the first thing that, you know, when I saw this, I went, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. That's a great idea. And, oh, yeah, okay, it lights up. It goes into, it looks like it goes into a little sleep mode there. Okay, and then the backlight goes off, and then when I move it, the backlight comes on. Okay, that's kind of neat. Well, the first thing that I looked at this and I said, geez, that would be pretty nice for kind of a homebrew DRO. You could mount the calipers on a small machine, okay, and you know, you could chop these off or whatever, right? You know, mount these on the machine, right? So now, and you mark this one X, and you get another, you get two pairs of these, you mark it X and you mark it Y, and you're off and running, right? So, you know, kind of a short range 6-inch DRO kind of a thing. And, you know, he picked some decent calipers here. These are actually really nice, they're pretty smooth. You know, they're offshore calipers, but I think they're probably the highest quality offshore calipers that I've seen. And so he did a really nice job here, and it comes in a fitted case and the whole 9 yards. Anyway, check it out, easyreadtools.com, and the thing works great. He gave me this unit for testing, and you know, he said I could keep it when I was done. And I give this, you know, 2 thumbs up here. You know, for cleverness and execution. It's awesome. So anyway, if you're interested in that, go check out easyreadtools.com and go see what's there. Anyway, I thought you guys would like that one. All right. Okay, so the next one here, this comes from Robert Stensky. And let's see, where the heck is he? He is in Indiana. And Robert, his handle on the web is the Polish Avenger. And I was joking around with him, and I said, oh, okay, hi, Polish Avenger from the Polish Antagonizer. So anyway, he got a kick out of that. And so he and I have emailed back and forth a little bit. Anyway, Robert was nice enough to send me a little gift also, you know, and let's see. I've been playing around with it actually, and it's a very cool little flashlight. Now, I have a flashlight that I carry around, and this is the one I carry around, and I don't even know what the heck it is. It's, but it uses these expensive CR123 batteries. Now these are pretty powerful batteries, but they don't give them away either, let me tell you. But I've been carrying this light around for a while and like it. But who doesn't need another flashlight? Now this is a really nice flashlight, and it's a Preon P2, and it uses AA batteries, and it has a couple of modes here. That's a light mode, medium, and then whammo, powerful. So it uses 2 AAA batteries, and that's a pretty good light, okay? And it's got a small form factor. It fits in your shirt pocket. It's pretty small, and let's see. Oh yeah, okay, so yeah, it uses 2 AAAs. I think I took it apart the other way. This thing is all sealed up with O-rings, so you can actually put it underwater, so which is kind of nice. And then it's got some obnoxious strobe modes too, for personal defense or whatever. Anyway, that's from Robert Stensky, and check out skirifles.com. He builds custom rifles, target shooting rifles from the looks of it. And anyway, thanks, Robert. Appreciate the nice gift. It will be used, I guarantee it. Okay, so let's moving on here. Okay, so the postman dropped off a little box the other day, and it was from vintagemachinery.org, otherwise known as Keith Rucker. And Keith has got a YouTube channel, and he does a whole bunch of interesting machining jobs. And he's works at a museum, and he maintains equipment there, and does all kinds of real interesting stuff. So if you haven't checked out his channel or vintagemachinery.org, go check that out. It's pretty cool. So I opened up the care package already, just so you guys know, and let me get the stuff in here. And what it is according to Keith's letter here, he came into a pile of tools, new old stock from a friend of his that cleared out a machine shop that went under or something, and apparently they had a whole bunch of extra tooling and whatnot. So let's he sent me a little package here, and let's just take a quick look at some of the stuff here. And there's a bunch of countersinks also. They came with it too. So I've been inundated with countersinks recently, and these are the Weldon type here. And anyway, so there's a bunch of those style of countersinks in there. So those are relatively, we've been talking about those, so we don't quite need to look at those too much. There is a couple of interesting pieces in here that I wanted to kind of point out. Let's see if we can get at them. Now there's a nice burr, solid carbide brace to a steel shank. I don't have a cone like this, so this is kind of a nice addition to my burr set. I have a pretty good collection of burrs, and one of these days I'll trot those out, and we'll look through them and check it out. These are pretty cool. This is a rotary file here, hemispherical end, and it's damn sharp, I can tell you that. It's brand new. This is made by Nicholson File, and it's just high-speed steel, but it's kind of an interesting pattern. And let's see, where's the there's another. Yeah, this is this was the other butte that's in there too. And this is a solid carbide countersink, and it's a 90 degree included angle. And oh, let's see, what does it say, 60? No. Oh, that's the date. It's got, excuse me, it's got the date stamped on there, 0996. There's way too many nines in there, so so you read it one way and it says 9660, and the other way it says 0996. Anyway, and it's a 90 degree countersink, so that'll that'll mess with your mind a little bit. So let's see, let's. I don't want to spend a ton of time here, but there's some really nice stuff in here. I thank you very much, Keith. This is 8-tracks. That's a carbide burr there, and these are really handy for all kinds of stuff. These are get out of jail quick tools here. Let's take a look at that one. Oh, another carbide one, round end. Now there's one in here that I wanted to show that's pretty interesting. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is one here. This is solid carbide here, and it's got a relieved shank and very fine. We use these on ceramics sometimes, just to kind of chew away or open up a little area. So we on hard ceramics like alumina, and we use a little bit of water drip on it, and then you can actually machine some alumina with these if you're careful. And then the other one that I wanted to show that was pretty cool, and I've never seen one like this before, is this guy here. And this is also made by Nicholson, and it's just kind of a sexy shape there. So I don't know, I guess it's for rounding, you know, I don't know, it's I don't even know what you'd call that, a modified flame or a relieved flame shape or something. I think this one, yeah, this one's just plain steel or high-speed steel. Once again, Nicholson also. It's a Y3P-M. I don't know what that means. I'll have to look it up on the web and see what the deal is. Anyway, that's pretty cool. Anyway, some nice stuff here, and thank you very much, Keith. I really appreciate it. It's always fun to get a surprise package in the mail, and in particular, oh yeah, there's another cone, look at that. In particular, some really nice tools. So, buddy, I owe you one, and thank you very much for the kind gift. And I think that's about it, or at least that's all I want to show on this particular one here. And let's move on to the next thing.